YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. It really means the world. So today I wanted to come on, as you can see by the title, I'm not an expert, but these are the things that I wished I knew before I started dating. Right. So I've been wanting to do this topic for a while now because I feel that the Lord is calling me to talk to young people out there, people my age, and people possibly who haven't started the dating world and who don't know what to look for and the things not the do's, basically the pros and the pros and cons of dating. So guys, disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I'm just someone who's lived a little while and have had my share of things to learn when it comes to dating and that sort of thing. So yeah, let's get into today's video. So I wrote down a list. It's just a random thing that I had to like jot down, but just know that these are, again, I'm going to emphasize, these are just some of the things that I've learned and I really just wanted to share with you today. So number one, the one thing that I wished I had learned before I started dating is that it is going to take time to get your self-esteem back together. What I mean by that is the kinds of people that I dated were not really the ones that were building my self-esteem and cultivating me and, you know, pouring in me as a woman should be poured into. Now, especially when you're a teenager, it's like you don't know any of that. I know that now because I've had to learn that throughout my journey. And also just it takes a longer while for you to build your self-esteem, especially if you've been in relationships that are not pouring in the positive stuff in you and making you feel like, okay, this is something that's making me grow, making me want to be a better person, and it's actually making me understand that I am an individual and I have dreams and I have goals, and dating is not just this destination, which is like the ultimate thing, like the only priority. So I think that's like the most important thing. So yeah, I wish that I had actually taken more time to myself to learn more about it, because again, I wasn't very lucky or privileged enough to have someone to sit me down and talk me through all of this stuff, something that I was self-taught in. And so if you have someone who's actually teaching you these things, just know that you're very, very lucky and you are very privileged. So point number two is basically leading to the type of guy you want to date. I think that I went more on the, you know how you see these relationships on social media and it's like, oh, okay, this couple is cute, like they're like relationship goals, not really because we know what's happening in their relationship, but because we see them as, you know, the girl is gorgeous, the guy is also very handsome, and they're living like this kind of like a lavish lifestyle that we all aspire to, but we don't really know what's going on. Like we generally don't know the type of people they are. And I remember there was this one video that I watched on Facebook of this young couple. They like posted pictures on Instagram and, you know, the whole shenanigans of just, you know, showing off their relationship basically, and only to find out that in their relationship they were not happy at all. They were actually fighting. there was all this other toxic stuff going on in there. But when you look at people's Instagram photos and like Facebook pictures, you just feel like, oh, I want something like this, but you genuinely don't know what goes on in there. So I think that I would definitely choose different types of men that I would date, because the ones that I dated were very toxic. Like, oh my God. Um, Guys that would know how to accept me for me and know that I don't have to change anything about myself to accommodate that person or to make the person like me more, and that type of thing. So that's point number two. Point number three would be that my happiness is totally up to me and not on somebody else. This would be like the major point, because again, going back on putting so much responsibility on someone and just wanting that person to validate you, to make you feel like when you're feeling down or feeling crappy, like they're the person that's supposed to lift you up. You're totally responsible for your own happiness. I think I would look at it that way, that I am totally responsible for myself and my own happiness, and I can, these are the things that I need to do for myself. And yeah. Okay, I think someone's calling me. I'm just gonna have to ignore them because I can't end this live. So point number four is that you have time. There is no rush to date. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna have to attend to that. Please. Can I pause this thing? No, I can't. Oh, okay, okay. Sure. Up that. That. So. Bye bye. Yeah, Pila. Not really sure. How is that? I'm back. I've been away for 3 minutes. What's a sunburn?
Ah,
What's an injan? What's an yapilain? What's an yapilan, baby? So, I was, to continue, I was on point number 3. So, my happiness is totally up to, my happiness is totally up to me, and that I don't have to put that on somebody else. That's like the most important points, because I think that we get ourselves into these relationships because we're like, oh, I'm not happy with myself, and you just expect someone else to kind of fill that void. I've had to learn that only God can do that, and basically, yeah, that's it. And of course, I'm not done. Number 4, you have time. There is no rush to date. Now, this is very important because I feel that with society now, it's putting all this pressure on us to kind of like be in this like world of like dating, and oh, it's just too much. Especially the movies that we watch, the music that is just circular music makes you feel like, oh, I just need somebody to love, someone. Like, that's not important. Like, there's so many things that are important in life, like spending time alone, getting to know yourself, and valuing the person that you are. And that's, of course, a daily discovery, but I think that's also very important. Point number 5, um, don't have sex. Now, this is very important because, excuse me, so, Homeroy, right? Point number 5 is to not have sex. Like, there is no rush to have sex, and just know that that alone has its own repercussions, and that it's something that's worth waiting for. And it'll be more worth it for you to wait for it than to reap what you sow in it without any, you know, valid information, or, you know, without actually learning more about it, and actually just taking the time to know that it's not going to feel as great as you think it'll be. So number 6 is you are loved. I think that's like the major thing that I've had to learn, that I am loved, and I don't have to prove that by being with someone who's not going to really value me for who I am. And you know, just know that I don't need anybody else to validate that for me. Last point is uh the last point is point number 7. I think this is really important. Choose your dreams first. Why am I saying that? Because society that we live in today will tell you or show us, like, we are so conditioned now to think that like dating is the ish, like it's like the goal of goals. I don't know, but I just feel like with all this circular music, and you see celebrities getting together, bangashadile, who aren't really married, and having all this explicit sex, and they're not hiding it. And just know that it's okay not to date. Like, it's okay not to date. And yeah, like, just take your time to grasp what you want to do first, what you want to achieve, things that you want to do on your own, before you actually take the time to be with someone else who's now going to impose their beliefs on you, their wants and their needs and their basically their wants in most cases. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys find this video useful and not just entertaining. I know that I'm totally entertaining. But I hope you guys really like this video, and if you do, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and if you think that this might help someone or it's knowledgeable in some aspect or another, just share the video and like it. Don't forget to like, hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you feel is appropriate for this video today. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.